Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that, as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and administrators.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
Should not criticize the players on either team.
should not boo the officials,
Shall not have alcohol beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans,
Should cheer for your team.
and should show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Hello everyone. On behalf of our school board and our McAllen ISD families, I want to welcome all of you to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thank you for supporting our sporting events in our public schools. Your energy and your passion is what drives our student athletes to excel on the field. Enjoy the game and best of luck to both teams. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Football night in McAllen, all set. La Joya Palmview taking on the McAllen Bulldogs. I'm Mark May with Mario Reyna. And Mario, take us through our keys here for tonight.
Well, it's a big ball game. We know that for both teams. Playoff implications, but they got to start fast, Mark, and maybe establishing the run is going to go a long way. Get that early lead, the momentum on your side, and then at the end of the day, finish strong. That's the keys to the game.
Yeah, those are our keys there. Yeah, you establish the run. That's a big one for Mackay to stop their two-game skid here tonight and get that early lead and then finish strong. It's like last week against Memorial. They had a good comeback there, but fell just a bit short. Looking to stop La Joya Palmview, which has been surprisingly strong. They're 5 wins and 1 loss, winners of their last 2 games. After opening with 3 straight victories this season. Let's go down onto the field where they're having a special recognition for our Veterans of the Week, something we do at every game. And this is members of the Waltoff family. They've all served in the Air Force. These are, quarterback Matt McCoy Waltoff there in the middle, and his 2 grandfathers out there, Bob Duncan, and also, I'll find the names here, also was Rod Waltoff, and then Matt Waltoff, all served in the U.S. Air Force. And, of course, their wives are out there as well, Ann Duncan, Marta Kay Waltoff, and Lucy Ann Waltoff. And the parents and grandparents of Matthew there. And we appreciate all their service, them having served in the U.S. Air Force. Appreciate them very much. Matthew Waltoff, of course, the president of Driscoll Children's Hospital. And looking at the Waltoff, he's the quarterback. And Hunter Morley is our top running back. Cinco Jones, Finn Henderson, the wideouts. We've got Albert Aliman at wide receiver and Talan Garcia as a wide receiver as well. Offensive line in Brian Bazan, Andrew Saldana, Diego Villegas, Matthew Guerra, and Adam Gonzalez. And then looking at our defense, 4-man front, Mason Briones, Fletcher Frisbee, Sam Heffley, and Cash Frisbee. 2 linebackers, they'll go with Oliver Schwartz, who is their leading tackler, and Hayden Helgeson gets his second home start tonight. 5-man defensive secondary, and Aiden Ayala and David Mercado at the corners. The safeties, Elijah Schwartz, Pablo De La Rosa, and then the rover Riley Alsey, the second leading tackler on this Mackay team. Yep. And there's our color guard in Jackie Jaime, Kayla Bujanos, Delilah Neri, Juan Chavez, and Michaela Jaime. About to be coming out onto the field in just a moment, and they'll have our national anthem for us. And right now, let's check in with our player profile. A person we've already mentioned, quarterback McCoy Waltoff. Let's hear what he had to say earlier this week.
My name is McCoy Waltoff, and I'm the starting quarterback for the McAllen High Bulldogs. I control and command the offense. I try to make sure we run smoothly and we score at every attempt we get. And also I think a big role of mine is to make my teammates and players around me better every single day. So that definitely motivate them and try to get them to work their hardest. I think just throwing the ball deep, throwing it up to Finn or Cinco or any of our other really great athletes and our receivers. So that's definitely some of my favorite plays. Have faith in yourself, have faith in your teammates, and trust your coaches. And that's something that really resonates with me and pushes me to work hard and have fun too. That's definitely a really big thing as well. Yes, sir. So I plan to go to school somewhere in South Florida and study business.
And how about our impact players for tonight? That man there, quarterback Joseph Martinez. Joseph Martinez as their leading passer, also a running threat. So he's a dual threat quarterback. We'll look for him to make some magic tonight for the Palmview Lobos. Meanwhile, for Mackay, number 6, their receiver Finn Henderson leads the team with 30 receptions, close to 500 yards, averaging about 16 yards a catch. Even had a kickoff return for a touchdown last week against Memorial and has 10 touchdowns this season. So both those players are players to watch here for tonight. And now the alma mater for the Mackay Bulldogs. There's Finn Henderson right there, who we just spoke of, close to 500 yards receiving this year. His longest pass reception was for 83 yards earlier this year. And we'll look for big things from him tonight. He's been a stalwart as part of that pass offense for Mackay. And there's our officials for tonight, Mario.
And they're led by the De La Cruz brothers, the referee Jesus De La Cruz, umpire Juan De La Cruz, and the rest of the officials, Juan Lopez, Eddie Badillo, Alan Hill, Philip Rendon, and Damian Cisneros.
A good officiating crew, 7-man crew. Have ready for tonight. Mackay is 3-3, just 1-2 in District 16 5A Division 1. Meanwhile, La Joya Palmview is 5-1 overall, 2-1 in the district race. So a win for Mackay tonight could not only put them in a tie with Palmview, but they would actually have the tiebreak edge over Palmview, something that's very important. Because remember last year, Palmview pulled out a squeaker over Mackay, 28-27. That ended up being the difference, the tiebreaker at the end of the season. Palmview going to the playoffs and Mackay staying home. So I'm sure Mackay knows very much the importance, especially of this game here this evening. Getting ready for the national anthem as the color guard trots out onto the field. Color guard under the direction of Mr. Leonard Cianciotto and Benito Contreras. Singing our national anthem are members of McAllen High School's Mariachi Oro. They were state champions last year. In fact, they are 8-time state champions in the last 11 years. We have Isabella Sanchez Wong, Isabel Garza Johnson, Yareli Cano, and Allison Contador. Here they go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
And very well done by those lady foursome from the McAllen High School Mariachi Oro. They're under the direction of Mr. Alex Trevino, and there we see the athletic director, Mr. Brian McClinney, giving them a high five. And Mr. Alex Trevino standing there in the foreground, about to take a picture, and wonderful job he does with his students. Color guard, they do an excellent job too. They carry the U.S. flag and the Texas flag along with the battalion colors, Bulldog battalion colors. And now a new set of colors about to run out onto the field. McAllen has their flag, and La Joya Palmview has theirs. Palmview became a new high school in 2008, along with La Joya Juarez Lincoln, when La Joya ISD split from one high school to 3 high schools. Palmview making the playoffs last year under Coach Margarito Riquenes, and looking to get back there again this year, off to a 5-1 start. Last year they went 7-4. And Palmview Lobos coming out here, and this is a pretty good team that can really run the football. And we know McAllen faced a strong running team last week in McAllen Memorial, so they'll probably get that again here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the McAllen defense, they've had a good year, but last week it was tough because that big offensive line for the Mustangs, they kept pounding the ball over 400 yards on the ground. But it's interesting, Mark, how breaks happen, right? And you make your own breaks, because coming into this game, Palmview could easily be 3-3 or 2-4, but they got the breaks, they got the 5 wins, and McAllen could easily have 5 wins, but they just didn't execute. So big ball game for both teams. You could see the anxiety of both coaches down there on the field earlier when I was walking the field.
Yeah, we saw a shot of McAllen head coach Patrick Shelby, who's in his 7th year as head coach of the Bulldogs, and there's Coach. One of the coaches there for La Joya Palmview. They're under the direction of Margarito Riquenes, who's in his 11th year as head coach of Palmview. And hear all the pomp and circumstance and excitement that goes into high school football in Texas. Both teams under the Friday night lights. Been a tradition in Texas for 100 years. More so in some cases. McAllen's football program actually began in 1914, and that, Mario, was actually 1 year before McAllen ISD came into existence.
Wow.
The district didn't form until 1915. And McAllen's been around about 6 years longer than that. Here come the captains. You can see 2 honorary captains in the foreground, Finn Henderson and McCoy Waltoff. And then in the background are the 4 primary captains in Oliver Schwartz. We have Cash Frisbee, we have Pablo De La Rosa, and we have the center, Diego Villegas.
And you can see why all of those kids are captain, Mark. They're having great years.
Yeah, stalwarts on that team. And we'll listen in to see who wins the coin toss here. Visitors get to call it. McAllen in the purple and gold tonight. La Joya Palmview in the primary white with black and red. And we'll get the explanation now.
La Joya Palmview won the toss, defer to the second half.
Palmview defers to the second half.
McAllen will receive north end of the field.
So McAllen will start with possession, and it's going to be an important possession, Mark. The Bulldogs have been able to move the ball all year, but last couple of games, they started very slow. And then all of a sudden, in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, it was like a new McAllen team. But if they can start fast, it's going to go a long way in having success tonight.
Yeah, McAllen has done pretty well in their victories. They have lopsided wins in PSJA Memorial at Couch Elsa, La Joya Juarez Lincoln, which was a district game, but close losses. 1 possession losses to Los Fresnos and Edinburgh Bella, and then to McAllen Memorial last week, it was a 1 possession game till the last minute. when Memorial scored a touchdown to go ahead by 2 scores. But they've been in every game they've played this year. Meanwhile, for Palmview, the Lobos opened with a win over PSJA Southwest, a decisive win over Roma Gladiators, was a shutout. They beat Brownsville Lopez by 30 points. Then they lost by a touchdown to Nicky Rowe. That's their only loss. And the last 2 weeks, they've had squeakers over Rio Grande City by 2 points and over Mission by 5 points.
Kickoff.
They probably do. They probably do, especially the seniors. They'll remember that kept them out of the playoffs. So, yeah, there's no doubt about that. But what a weapon by the kickoff right there, Mark. You prevent Finn Henderson to get the ball in his hands. And so the Bulldogs start out at the 25-yard line. And we know what he does when he has the ball. He is a playmaker, and that's what offensive coordinator Philip Romero wants to do a little bit more of in this game. But the right side of the Bulldog offensive line doing a great job. And also in front was Hunter. He provided a great block. And to me, it's interesting that Palmview went on defense, Mark, because they struggled against Rio Grande City. They gave up a lot of points and a lot of yardage. So we'll see if that's going to pay off here in the first possession. And Cinco Jones could be that wild card factor, because you know a lot of defenses are focusing on Finn Henderson with 30 catches, but Cinco Jones, this is his 15th catch of the year. Don't be surprised if he gets more tonight. And that's a good job of blocking right up the middle to get that first down, led by Diego Villegas, the center. Very reliable. Morley, he's a real reliable running back. When you need a couple of yards, he'll get them for you. And that play right there shows you the maturity of McCoy. Woltoff, he did not panic. The ball hit the floor, but I think there is a penalty. Anytime you see the officials getting together, more than likely it's a penalty. But Woltoff did a good job of not panicking. He picked up the ball and completed the pass, but it's not going to go anywhere.
Holding. Number 6 in the offense. 10 yards part of the foul. Going to replay first down.
And those are the little things that Coach Shelby wanted to avoid, those little penalties that hurt the drives and the turnovers, of course.
The penalty occurred at the 50-yard line. Ball we moved back 10 yards, spotted at the 40.
And in that RPO, the run pass option, Woltoff did a great job on the fake. A lot of defenders went for Morley. And a good run by Woltoff. And the big thing is, did you see how he got his shoulder down at the end? He's the one that caused the impact. So give the Bulldogs credit on the penalty. No problem. The possession continues. 1st and 10 at their 37-yard line. And that's a good observation on your part, Mark. That's exactly what I was going to say, that it looks like the defensive backs and the safeties are playing very soft, and you know the Bulldogs are going to take advantage of it. But do you blame them? You know Finn Henderson has a lot of speed, and so does Cinco Jones. So what do you do to stop that offense? And a 3rd and 2 at your own 29, you know you're already thinking 2-down territory. You could have another run up the middle by Morley. See if they can get those 2 yards. And Morley did not carry on that one, but he did lead in front. Helped put a block right there. Enough to get the quarterback a 1st down. Woltoff. And that's a wild factor I was talking about several plays ago when Cinco caught his first pass. And I felt that tonight he would be the wild card because a lot of focus is on Finn Henderson, who deserves the focus. But don't forget, Cinco Jones is a heck of a receiver himself. Great pass by Woltoff. And that makes the score 7-0, Mark. But now you will start thinking, if Coach Margarito is thinking about maybe he should have taken possession of the ball when they won the flip, he decided to defer and put his defense on the field, who struggled so far this year, giving up a lot of points. And the Bulldogs made him pay for that decision. And that's a great sign for the Bulldogs, Mark, that on their first possession, they took it all the way down. It was a real nice balanced attack, a couple of passes, a couple of runs. Fumble. Trouble. Here's the big deal, Mark. I was told when I was on the field earlier in the while the players were warming up, I was told that their starting quarterback that started the season got injured. So this young man is basically a second string quarterback, but he has experience. He has quarterback, but that's a bad news. They're losing 11 yards on your first play. And he's excited. Yeah, Fletcher coming in there with 9 total tackles, but anytime you get a stop in the backfield, that means that you were able to penetrate the offensive line. And we know that Palmview doesn't really like to throw the ball, Mark. This is not the situation they want to be in. And that was pretty close, Mark. If they would have completed the pass on that play, it might have led to a first down. So a quick stop by the Bulldog defense. They've done that to a lot of teams so far this year. No surprise.
.6:34 to go here in the first quarter. And we see Elijah Schwartz, a block at the end zone, and it's a touchdown. How about that? They blocked the punt, and Pablo De La Rosa ends up with the ball and is in the end zone for another McAllen touchdown. I believe that's the first block punt of the year for McAllen, certainly first block punt at home. The McAllen ROTC celebrates. McAllen up 13-0. And here's the extra point try. Finn Henderson at the 10-yard line. Cash Caceres will take the kick. Good snap and hold. Caceres kick up, and it is good. And the Bulldogs go up 14-0 with 6:29 to go here in quarter number 1. And the Bulldogs have a lot to celebrate here early. Another look at it. And you see it was blocked by Riley Owsley and then picked up by Pablo De La Rosa for the touchdown. Do you want a break? So there we go, 14-0. Riley Owsley with the block. And the touchdown recovery by Pablo De La Rosa. So Mackay will be kicking off. Oh, another look at it here. This is a great look at it there. And you saw also up there to going for the block was Marco Palacios. They receive back to receive for the Lobos, Vidal Villanueva. And here's Cáceres to kick it off. Also back to receive Adrian Rivas. And this is going to go all the way to the 26-yard line, where it was caught by Max Solis, who immediately gave himself up. Solis coming off the field, and the Joya Palmview will start their next possession. Here's another look at that kickoff. Now you see he just stays there, so the Mackay player charged into him to get the block. And the referee, I guess, blew the whistle when the player appeared to give himself up, so to speak. Probably better off stepping out of bounds to avoid the any misunderstanding. Coach Shelby, always in the game, always thinking about the next play. And La Joya has it at the 25-yard line. And here they go in a sweep left. And a couple of yards there picked up. Going to bring up second down. There was a short run there by Rivas. Another look at it there. So he's wrapped up by Oliver Schwartz, who came in as the leading tackler, 75 tackles. Gets the tackle there. Also in on the tackle, Marco Palacios, a defensive end. So second down and 7 from the 28. And here's another tackle for loss by the Mackay defense. Owsley, the Rover, comes charging in again and gets that tackle for about a 2-yard loss. Pablo De La Rosa just scored a touchdown. Also in there on that play. So we see another look at it here. You can see nowhere to go at all for the running back, Aiden Ramirez.
That was a perfect call right there by defensive coordinator Mark. Number 23, he put in the blitz, and it all worked out pretty good.
All right, and 14-0 our score with 5 minutes to go. And on third down, it's another tackle for loss by Mackay. And that was Martinez, the quarterback, who was trying to get something going. And the Mackay defense is just not giving him any room to breathe here tonight.
It's all about the scouting reports, Mark. The defensive coordinators, they know Palmview loves to run the ball, and they are just taking advantage of it.
Cash Frisbee on the tackle. And 4th and 14 now. Another punt. Here comes the rush. He gets this one off in time. Elijah Schwartz, the returner, will not make a play on this. And it's stopped by the Palmview Lobos. That was Dennis Soto. And Mackay will start up what really is just their second offensive possession, but they've already got 2 touchdowns up there thanks to great special teams.
And it appears that only right now the Mackay Bulldogs and Coach Shelby listened to the keys to the game, Mark, because we said about starting fast. And that's what they've done. They established the run and the pass, and it's a great early lead we thought was very important because the Bulldogs had not been doing that in the previous game. So now's the time that you want to try to put in make it even more difficult for the Lobos by putting some more points early on when the momentum is on your side.
The Bulldogs up by a commanding lead here, although still very early. Just a little past the halfway point of the first quarter. 4 down linemen here for Palmview. They might be threatening to blitz a linebacker against the shotgun. We've got a flag down.
First snap. Full start. Number 5, offense. 5 yards. Play first down.
So a false start against Mackay. And that'll cost him 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 now. We had
5 yards
Palmview,
back.
yeah, jump early. See what they call here, though. Could have been movement by the offense first.
First snap, offsides, 90 on the defense, 5 yards, replay first down.
And a first penalty against the Lobos. And that brings the 5 yards back to Mackay. So we're back where we started, 1st and 10. Waltoff now has 13 touchdown passes this season, one earlier in this game to Cinco Jones. Quick pass, this is looks like Garcia running up to the 50-yard line. That's actually Morley. Morley not down yet and still going. Now there's a whistle. They may have said his knee had touchdown before. Back at midfield.
Go back to that replay. Good eyes by the officials. Because he did look like he was down, but was he really down? Let's take a look at our beautiful replays that we always get, right?
Yeah, I couldn't quite see it, but I don't think his knee was down. And usually when a player will continue like that, it's usually because they sense that their knee or whatever body part did not touch.
It looked like he was down to everyone, but maybe he wasn't.
Still a 16-yard pickup there for the Bulldogs. And 1st and 10 at the Lobo 49. Here's Morley again, and Morley crossed the 40 after a collision with one of the defenders there. And gets down to about the 36-yard line. And a penalty flag comes in late.
And Hunter Morley, once he's out in the open field, get out of his way, linebackers and defensive backs. I don't want to be in front of him. He would love to punish you. He lowers his shoulder. Let's see what Mr. De La Cruz tells us on the penalty.
After the play, personal foul, face mask on the defense, 15 yards into the run, automatic.
Fortunately for
First
the
down.
Lobos, Mark, that's a face mask. That's going to give additional penalty mark. But look at this right there. That's when he lowers the shoulder. You can see that the defender had to grab the face mask to bring Morley down.
Yeah, I'll move the ball all the way from the 36 after a 13-yard gain. They tack on 15 more for the personal foul, so that's 28 yards that Mackay just picked up, all the way down to the Lobo 21-yard line.
And after that face mask, you saw Coach Shelby trying to calm down Morley not to retaliate. That's good coaching for you.
And Morley in motion. Here's a pass to Jones. Jones in trouble, but breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 20 to about the 17, and a pickup of 4.
And in this offense, that's what you try to do. Get your playmakers the ball. It's a quick pass, and you're hoping that Cinco Jones can break it, but it's also a setup pass, Mark. Next time, it might not be a short pass. It might be like the last one where he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they've had a lot of short passes, the Bulldogs have, and the one time they went semi-deep, kind of a deep-medium pass for 23 yards, it was a touchdown result.
Be careful with Finn Henderson.
They've got Garcia in motion. He'll line up with Jones on the right side, Henderson at the left side, and Woltoff steps up in the pocket over the middle. It's caught, and that's Henderson at the 5, breaks a tackle, spin move, and toward the end zone, touchdown!
Thank you, Finn Henderson, for making me look good. Mark, I just said be careful, Finn Henderson.
Yeah, second and third effort. And Henderson gets in for his team-leading 11th touchdown of the year.
And that's what you call yards after catch, Mark. He refused to go down. He wanted to get into the end zone, and he did that. Definitely is going to be a highlight reel for him.
Bulldogs are making a lot of highlights here early on. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Extra point try. Good snap and hold by Henderson. Gossidas' kick is up and good. It's now 3 for 3. And the Bulldogs lead it by a score of 21-0. Here's another look at the touchdown, Mario.
And of course, the throw and catch is great, but what happens after one right there. I thought he was down 2, 3, 4. Touchdown time.
All right, we'll take a break. Bulldogs on top early, 21-0 over the Lobos. And football night in McAllen ISD will continue.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We're here for you every step of the way.
21-0, Bulldogs on top here early. Very different from last week's game with Memorial. They fell behind in that game 21-0 over the first 3 quarters and then had a furious comeback in the fourth. 21 points in that fourth quarter. So Bulldogs now have 42 points in their last 2 quarters of action over the last 2 weeks. Ball went out of bounds, and this will come out to the 30 for the Joya Palmview.
Through the kick. Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball will be spotted at the 30. First down to Joya.
What a start for Coach Shelby and the Mackay Bulldogs. And everybody in the preseason, we're talking about these Bulldogs. They can be quite the dangerous team, Mark, and they're showing it so far here in the first quarter, what they're very capable of doing.
Here's a classic T formation here as Martinez keeps it himself straight ahead for about 6 yards. But when they have those, when they put 3 running backs in the backfield and line them up all parallel to each other behind the quarterback, it goes back to, harkens back to the
good old days.
The 1940s, yeah, the T formation.
Mark, that one right there is just trying to get a little positive yards on your side. They didn't want to risk. They've seen that the defense, they're blitzing all over the place, so they just decided to run an easy play.
Another full house backfield. They'll hand this off this time on 2nd down and short. Pick up a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down.
This is adjustments that the offenses are making, is the quick hits right up the middle, because the defense for the Bulldogs was very aggressive in the other possessions. This is a big 3rd and 3, especially for the Lobos. They need to do a good job of trying to get a stop.
There's Aiden Ramirez on that last carry, picked up a yard. 3rd down and 3 now. Now hand this off to the fullback. That's Ramirez again. Loses the football, and the Bulldogs have it. Bulldogs have the ball at the Palmview 45. It's Pablo De La Rosa who recovers the fumble. It's the one who already had a touchdown earlier. He has an interception and now a fumble recovery this season.
And I don't know, Mark, I mean, that's just the way things are going for the Lobos. They get a first down, and all of a sudden, a good hit, ball comes loose, and everything is going the Bulldog way.
So Mackay with the ball at the Palmview 45. Minute 30 left in the first quarter, which has been a nightmare for the Lobos. There's a stoppage, flag down.
That's the only thing the Bulldogs are doing right. They've got a couple of penalties on offense, but so far it has not impacted the offense.
First snap, full start, 78, offense, 5 yards, play first down.
It's our 3rd penalty on the Bulldogs already here in this quarter. It's been the only weakness in their armor so far. The Bulldog defense just playing lights out here in this quarter with a block punt and a fumble recovery. So the Bulldogs move back 5 yards. 2 receivers to the right. They'll hand this off, sweep right. That's Morley. He's able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you get your defense back into the game. One play at a time, getting stops.
That's actually Cole Morley, the younger brother of Hunter Morley, with his first carry.
I believe he's just a freshman, or no?
Cole is a freshman. His brother a senior. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Woltoff to pass. Being flushed out, steps up, fires deep. It's got a man there! And incomplete. Henderson nearly came away with it. But just a whisker too far. It'll bring up 3rd down.
And Mark, this is the maturity of Woltoff. He probably could have run with the ball after he scrambled up the middle right here, but he spotted the receiver wide open and just slightly overthrew him.
That was a pretty pass, too. Man, only the first incompletion for the Bulldogs. Woltoff now 7 for 8, 71 yards and 2 touchdown passes, almost had a third a moment ago.
And if you ask Finn Henderson, he probably would tell you that he thinks he should have caught that ball.
3rd down and 15. Woltoff with time. Short pass. It's caught by the tight end. That's Maldonado. Breaks a tackle and falls forward to the 38, a pickup of 12, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And on that play, Mark, they weren't looking for the 15 yards. They were maybe looking for 8 to 10 yards to see if they could get themselves into a shorter 4th and 4. But it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go ahead and punt it away.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised here with the way they've been moving the football, especially with their short passing game. Oliver Schwartz in there. It's a fake. That snap to Morley. And look at him break through a 1st down. Still going all the way inside the 25 to about the 23. And a pickup of 15 yards on 4th and short.
Mark? Guess what, Mark? Not only were you surprised, but so was the Palmview Lobo defense. They got surprised. What a nice play there by Coach Shelby. And that should be the end of the quarter, right?
Yes. End of the quarter. End of 1st quarter. And a huge one for McAllen. And they're not done. They're on the move here again after a fake punt on 4th down. And after one, McAllen 21, Lobos nothing. We'll be back with the 2nd quarter in a moment. This is Football Night at McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back 21-0 our score. We've had touchdowns, 2 touchdown catches from Cinco Jones and Finn Henderson, and then a blocked punt recovered in the end zone by Pablo De La Rosa after Riley Owsley made the block. And here is McAllen at the start of the 2nd quarter with a 1st and 10 after a 15-yard pickup on a fake punt, 4th down. And Woltoff's going to hand this off. This is Cole Morley. Morley trying to break it outside, picks up a 1st down, and it's bounced out inside the 10. It's going to be 1st down and goal now for the Bulldogs.
What a nice run by Cole Morley. That run right there tells you why he's a freshman, but why he's on varsity. He made a good decision of not running upfield, took it outside, and he has very good speed.
And here on 1st and goal, it's Morley again, inside the 5 to about the 4.
You know, Mark, and getting back to the fake punt, it was such a great call as you see the replay. It was such a great call because even if the Bulldogs would not have gotten a 1st down, they would have given up the ball about at the 35-yard line. But what a call. All the momentum totally on the offense.
So 2nd and goal from the 4. Cole Morley in the backfield. They hand it to him again. Outside, cuts in, and a touchdown. And Cole Morley has his 1st touchdown as a Bulldog. And McAllen goes up 27-0.
And once again, Mark, that play, he had the choice of either running out, but he noticed there was an opening, and he cut
play.
real quickly.
We have holding.
Got into the end
Number
zone.
64 on the
And,
offense.
we know we're
10 yards.
up here in the press box
Call the
next
foul.
to the
Second down.
Bulldog coaching staff, and were excited when they saw their freshmen scoring a touchdown. They're still up here jumping up and down. He got them off their seats. But guess what, Mark? Guess what happened?
There's a flag?
There's a flag.
Oh, they called it back. Wow. We're up here celebrating. Look at the replay. But there was a holding penalty called against the Bulldogs. 10-yard penalty, so 2nd and goal from the 14 now. Waltoff back to throw. Steps up, fires, man open, caught. That's Morley, and a touchdown. It's the older brother, Hunter Morley.
That's not fair, Mark.
Yeah, takes one away from his younger brother.
That's not fair.
And gets in for the score.
So big brother said, hey, little brother, sorry they took your touchdown away, so I have to make up for it. And once again, on that one, Woltoff is looking good, Mark. He's looking very composed. He went back. He didn't have to scramble. He looked around. Lots of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks will run. He could have run, but he saw Morley open and went for the touchdown.
And there's the kick by Cáceres. It's up and good, and he's now 4 for 4. And the Bulldogs lead it 28-0. Another look at the touchdown as Woltoff looked first to his right and then threw to his left. Morley made the catch and broke a couple tackles to get in. 28-0 our score, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Seams Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earn students a chance to win a new car from Sames. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Sames McAllen Ford, or always online at SamesMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Sames.
$28-0 is the score. Mackay on top. They've had touchdowns from Cinco Jones, Finn Henderson, Hunter Morley, all on pass receptions. And so giving Woltoff now 15 touchdown passes in 6+ games. De La Rosa also with the recovery of a block punt in the end zone for the other touchdown. Riley Owsley with the block. There's our middle school teams, Mario.
They're excited. Those look like the Brown Dobermans. No, it wasn't Brown. Morris Stallions.
Yep.
There they are.
Got the Travis Terriers and the Morris Stallions celebrating. It's Travis right there.
Future Bulldogs.
And there's Morris. Travis under principal, Mr. Gracia. And Morris principal, Mrs. Bechtold, whose husband, Bob Bechtold, is assistant coach with the Mackay Bulldogs. So La Joya Palmview started their 25, and here's another loose ball in the backfield. A big scramble for it, and it looks like Palmview has recovered it, but they'll lose yardage all the way back to the 9-yard line. The recovery there by Adrian Rivas.
And boy, things could not get worse, can they? Everything is just not working out here in the first half for the Lobos. Anytime you lose that many yards, it's pretty much now a 2nd and 24. Pretty much you're thinking they're going to have to punt again. Especially when the Lobos are not a high-octane passing attack kind of offense.
Yeah, Lobos with minus 17 yards right now. And here's a blocked pass, and it's going to fall incomplete, although the Bulldogs trying to pick it up. And it is blown dead. So fortunately for the Lobos, it's going to count as an incomplete pass. But again, that Bulldog pass rush is just unbelievable.
Yep. And that was a good call. Definitely the ball was going forward. A good call right there by referee Jesus de la Cruz and his crews.
Yeah, Marco Palacios with the block pass there as he timed his jump well. Number 50, the playing defensive end tonight.
And here's the bad news. It's 3rd and 24. the clock is stopped, and doesn't look like they'll get a first down. They're going to punt it away.
Yeah, they're going to just run this straight ahead. Be well short of the first. The Bulldogs stymie that one pretty well. Helgeson, the linebacker, in on that tackle.
And now that means that the Bulldogs will probably get good field position, more than likely on their own side of the field.
It was a 4-yard pickup there. Also in on that tackle, the defensive tackle, Fletcher Frisbee. He's having a big night. He's had a tackle for loss already, and it was in on that last one. And here comes what would be the third punt. And again, the Bulldogs put on some pressure. Elijah Schwartz is the returner. Won't make a play on it. He'll take a bit of a Lobo bounce and be killed at the Lobo 48. So the Lobos still unable to get at least pin the Bulldogs in their own territory. Bulldogs have a couple of times started around midfield. Still got just under 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
You know that defensive coordinator Frank France and his defensive coaches got to be very happy also. Even though the offense has scored 21 points plus that special teams play, the defense is playing equally as good here tonight.
Three receivers to the right here, the short side of the field. Now a man comes in motion. They'll fake to him. Woltoff, this could be a broken play as Woltoff goes up and will lose about a yard. But he faked to a couple of players and looked like one of them should have gotten the ball.
He's smiling because he knows, he's still smiling. He knows, I don't know what happened here, but that's not what we're supposed to do. So the Bulldogs decided to talk about it, so they're taking a timeout.
8:42 to go here in the first half. Mackay up by 4 touchdowns. We'll take a break as there's timeout on the field, and you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
The McAllen Education Foundation proudly supports teachers.
Since 1996, the foundation has funded innovative teacher grants worth more than $550,000.
And benefited close to 60,000 of our students.
These grants allow us to explore our imaginations and open new worlds for our students.
They raise funds by hosting a bowling tournament and helping with the superintendent's golf tournament.
And we appreciate those sponsors who'd made it happen.
You can help too by donating at the McAllen Education Foundation website.
Thank you, McAllen Education Foundation, for all that you do.
$28-0 our score. Timeout. It was on the field a moment ago, and the Bulldogs have it now, 2nd and 11, right at midfield, the Lobo 49. There's Woltoff, going to throw, facing the rush, setting up the screen, and gets this completed to Morley. Has 4 blockers in front of him, breaks a tackle, picks up the first down, and now is forced out of bounds near the Lobo 35-yard line. Morley having a heck of a game tonight. He had the snap that on the fake punt that kept a drive alive and led to a touchdown scored by Morley for his 5th touchdown of the year.
And another play, a nice play call right there on the screen. It's a nicely executed. You take a look at Morley here, Mark. Something that happened towards the end of the play. He kind of got hit there at the end, and right there, and they didn't let go. But look at Coach Shelby. He comes in there and said, let's go, don't retaliate. Just go play football.
Bulldog passing up to 110 yards with 3 touchdown passes here in this first half for Woltoff. There's a run play that picked up, actually lost 2 yards. You see it again here as it end around to Garcia. And the Lobos all across that one.
Let's also give credit to the offensive line, Mark. They're blocking today, and they're also protecting very well.
So Solis on that last tackle. 2nd and 12. And Woltoff's throw. Close to a first down. Near the 25-yard line. And on the catch there is Joaquin Alvarez.
And Alvarez, after he spun, he knew where the first down marker was right here. They have him, and he spins and he lunges forward. and that was good enough to get the first down. Once again, the offensive line giving Woltoff lots of time.
Yeah, Woltoff has had a lot of time tonight. The offensive line doing a great job, giving him enough time to go through his sequence, find the open man. Here he fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Woltoff races in from 25 yards out for the score, his 4th touchdown this season.
And it's all about execution, Mark, execution. The fake that he gave was so good that it really got most of the defenders, and before they knew it, Woltoff was already heading towards the end zone.
Yeah, 48 yards, a 5-play drive. Took only a couple of minutes off the clock. And here's Caceres out for the 5th time on the PAT. Snap and hold, and Caceres' kick is up and good. He's now 5 for 5, and it's a 35-0 lead here for the Mackay Bulldogs with 6:49 to play in the first half. Bulldogs scoring drive, 5 plays, 48 yards. The previous scoring drive, I don't think I gave you that one. It was 7 plays, 45 yards. See the Bulldogs taking advantage of that short field. Both times picking it up near midfield and able to drive it in and score. Now we see the steppers. Also got some of the middle school kids, dance teams participating here tonight. And there we see some of the elementary schools. I think it was Milam Elementary there under Miss Hernandez, their principal.
There's the spirit right there, Mark.
Yeah, Fields Elementary.
They came prepared. Fields Elementary.
Yeah, the Falcons from Fields under Miss Treadla, their principal.
I saw some Rayburn kids also.
There have been a lot of celebrations lately at all the different campuses throughout McAllen ISD, as McAllen ISD got the A rating and the state accountability, something only 14% of school districts statewide were able to achieve. And so our superintendent, Dr. Gutierrez, has had special celebrations at each campus, doing one a day, 31 campuses, and takes a nice carrot cake to all of the teachers at each campus. And they really enjoyed that. We see a touchback there. La Joya will get the ball at the 25.
And you know that schedule, Mark, next time? Their superintendent.
Yeah, there's our superintendent with the glasses on, is back to us talking to Dr. Canales, wearing number 9. Dr. Canales, the former Mackay principal for many years, and now the head of human resources for McAllen ISD.
Check out the fake right here, Mark, on the replay. Everybody thought Hunter had the ball.
To Hunter. And that's a great play. That's part of the chess calculus of football. It's the move and counter move, or in that case, the move that helps sets up the long pass. It falls short, it'd be 2nd and 10. In that case, they had been handing it to Morley, giving it to Morley, giving it to Morley, and then they fake it to Morley and keep it. You've set up that play beautifully.
Kind of like the chess game, right? You set up, you set up your opponent, right, with a couple of moves.
Yeah, get your knights out there and get your bishops out there and control that middle ground.
Mark, getting back to that schedule of the celebration as a replay again. But if you know the schedule, let me know, because I'd like to go get some carrot cake.
Yes. And here's a toss to the left side, trying to turn that corner. Oh, upended there by Owsley, coming up from his safety position and knocking the runner off his feet. That was Adrian Rivas on the carry.
Owsley, man, he came to play tonight, Mark. He is excited. He's jumping. He's all over the place.
Yeah, came in with 58 tackles and already has blocked a punt tonight.
And I think all these Bulldogs, they heard the message from Coach Patrick Shelby, how important this game is, that they really needed a win to improve their opportunities for the playoffs.
And here's a run on 3rd down, and Palmview able to convert. Joshua Villarreal with his first carry, able to pick up the 6 yards needed, and they'll move the chains. And that will be actually the first down for Palmview.
Isn't that the first down, the first one?
Comes at the halfway point of the second quarter.
And the
Owsley, by the way, on the tackle.
Yeah, and the way the Bulldog offense is played, you don't want to give them the ball back. It's important for the Lobos to try to get a little momentum on their side and keep the clock running.
So here's another handoff to Villanueva. Basically the same play once again. Vidal, excuse me. And picked up good yardage. In fact, enough for another first down.
That's something that the Lobos was hoping would be, at the beginning of the game, that's the way they would have started, but no luck, as the Bulldogs are on fire tonight.
It was Elijah Schwartz, the safety, in on that last tackle after a 10-yard gain. And here on 1st and 10 near midfield, this time the Bulldogs are able to stop it. It's a handoff to, again, the same man. Oh, that one's to Aiden Ramirez.
I mean, we know that the Lobos came in here. They had no problem scoring a lot of points. And you got to like this right there, Mark. I mean, that's sportsmanship. Let's give credit to number 99. He does not get a tackle for that, but that's Isaac Lara, the senior defensive tackle. Good job, Isaac.
Yeah, 2nd down and 9. Sweep to the other side now, and a short gain there for Vidal Villanueva.
And for the Lobos, that's not a passing team. They're not like a big play offense right away. It's going to be hard for them to get back into this game because they like to run the ball. And we'll see if the Lobos will put it up in the air. You're going to expect that Coach Franz, he's going to send in a couple of blitzers. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, Lobos haven't done well running. 13 carries for 11 yards tonight. Here they are on 3rd and 8, and they're going to sweep this left. Vidal, and Vidal picks up a few yards, but he'd be well short of the first down as he gets to the Bulldog 48. The gain of 3. And they'll have to bring on the punting unit.
I don't know if they're going to do that, Mark, because you're down 35 points. You got to see if you can finish the first half with something positive. I think they'll take a timeout and maybe talk about it.
Yeah, 4th and 6 right now. They've stopped the clock at 3:46, so there is a timeout taken. I thought it was a Lobo timeout, but they seem to indicate it's a Mackay timeout. Lobos 5-1 this year. Came in on a 2-game win streak. Mackay 3-3, looking to get back above 500 here tonight.
And Mark, sometimes, wins and losses can be deceiving because I do believe if you look at the schedule, the Bulldogs had a little bit of a tougher schedule up to now. And I mean, wins are wins, but some of the wins that the Lobos had were not against high caliber kind of teams. And the Bulldogs, they played Los Fresnos, they played them tough, and they also played Vela tough. And of course, they played last week the Memorial Mustangs tough until when they had a turnover towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say the 3 teams that have beaten Mackay, Los Fresnos, Edinburgh Vela, and McAllen Memorial, those are all going to be playoff teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all very strong teams there. And here's 4th and 6. You're right, Mario. Palmview looking like they might go for this. And Martinez, 3-step drop, and Frisbee all over him. Loose ball, and it's recovered by his brother Fletcher.
And once again, the Bulldog defense, Mark, with another stop. And they brought in a bunch of Bulldogs attacking there. No chance for the Palmview offense. Fletcher.
Yeah, the Frisbee brothers, Cash Frisbee, blocked the pass attempt. You'll see it right here. And it wasn't even a pass attempt. He got on top of Martinez before Martinez could even let it go. So it was a fumble recovered by Fletcher.
Brotherly love right there, Mark.
Yep. And that means Mackay will get the ball at the spot where Fletcher recovered it.
I would think the Bulldogs are going to try to run a couple of plays to maybe run down the clock, but we'll see. Everything is clicking.
Yeah, they're at the Palmview 42. And here's another fake, and look at this.
Way.
Woltoff right up the middle.
No way.
Right up the middle. 42 yards for Woltoff in his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bulldogs go further ahead, 41-0.
Once again, the fake to Morley really got the defense.
Yeah, they are putting on a clinic here tonight.
And of course, the blocking up the middle. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the offensive line is just put on a masterclass display with their pass blocking and their run blocking. Here's Costidas to attempt the kick. There's Costidas' kick. And 6 for 6 now for Costidas. And it's a 42-0 lead for Mackay with 3:31 to play in the first half. Just a one-play drive that went 42 yards. Took 11 seconds. And you're going to see the fake here. And watch the Palmview defense move toward Morley. And that left it wide open for Woltoff to go right up the middle for the touchdown. And his second rushing touchdown of the game, giving him 5 rushing scores here this season.
Let's give credit to the Bulldog offense. Brian Bazan, Andrew Saldana, Diego Villegas, Matthew Guerra, and Adam Gonzalez.
So we'll take a break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
McAllen ISD has 2 major awards to start the new year. We have the state A rating for our academic achievement and the state's highest mark for financial accountability. It's student success while managing the public dollar with expertise. McAllen ISD, we are all in.
And we're back here at DQ Fan Field. Bulldogs leading at 42-0. They scored 21 in the first quarter and have 21 more here in the second quarter. Back to receive the kickoff, Vidal Villanueva. It's the kick by Cash Costidas, going to go out of the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the Palmview 25-yard line. 42-yard run there by the quarterback, Woltoff.
And for Mackay Bulldog fans tuning in, it's not a typo. It's not a typo. It is 42-0. The Bulldog is just playing great in all aspects of the game. Offense, defense, special teams.
Woltoff has 2 scores, a run of 25 yards and a run of 42 yards. They are on 1st and 10 at the 25. Martinez trying to turn the corner, does, and fights his way up to about the 29. Owsley in there on the tackle along with Simon Pardo. Oliver Schwartz also at the bottom of that pile. Schwartz came in with a team-high 75 tackles.
I mean,
more than 15 tackles ahead of anybody else.
Nobody's close to him. He's always in on all the plays.
Another look at it there. See the Bulldogs just playing a wrecking ball defense here tonight. Here just all over the place. Here they go with a dime defense, and the ball comes loose in the backfield, and the Bulldogs have it. Bulldogs recover it, and it's Pardo. Pardo, the defensive tackle. Small one comes in there and recovers that loose ball, and that's the 3rd turnover here in this half by La Joya Palmview.
I'll tell you something, Mark. If the Bulldogs continue to play something like this for the rest of the year, they're going to be a hard team to beat.
They're going to be at the 25-yard line. So also back there on that play was 74, the defensive lineman, Julius Barrios. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Palmview 25. Here's a flanker screen. This is caught by Broden Santos. Across the 20 to about the 17. A gain of 8 on the play.
And I don't have any stats for Santos, so this is where Coach Shelby, with a big lead, is going to give some young kids an opportunity for a little bit of play. Santos is a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior. Was brought down by Gael Acosta, senior defensive back for Palmview. 2nd down and 3. We're at the 18. Man goes in motion, then stops. And that's going to be 5 yards.
Full start. Number 9, offense. 5 yards, play 2nd down.
So moves him back 5 yards to the 22-yard line. And this will be 2nd down and 8. And Waltoff throwing toward the end zone, caught around the 10-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Good catch there by Alvarez. I think his 2nd catch of the game. And we'll see where they spot this to see if it's 1st and goal or not.
We have 2-minute timeout.
Alvarez did come into this game with 11 receptions, 210 yards, whopping 19 yards per catch and 1 touchdown. I do believe we're getting ready for that special main event, Mark.
Oh, that's right. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and it's our main event fan of the game. And we've got the Mackay
Look who it is.
faithful there.
Who is
That's
that?
JJ Avila.
Yes.
Yeah, Bulldog back in the day, and he's a longtime supporter of McAllen ISD. Remember, he used to own the old McAllen Athletic Club on Hackberry Avenue.
Absolutely loves McAllen Bulldog Athletics. And, of course, his son did very well, right, as a basketball player here, and he went on to play professional basketball.
Yeah, his son, JJ Avila Jr., played at Navy, and I think also University of Colorado, and then played in the NBA G League for a while.
State. And then
Colorado State.
And played a lot in the Mexican leagues, has even won a championship game over there.
And Waltoff throws for the end zone here and nearly caught.
Mark.
A flag is down. It was intended for Alvarez. I think Alvarez was interfered with and almost came down with the ball anyway.
So congratulations to JJ Avila. I'm sure his wife, the lovely Bev, she used to be Bev Bradburn. That's how I remembered it, because we were together at Zavala Elementary. Her first year as a teacher, she was a music teacher there.
Pass interference.
Bev Avila.
Number 11, defense. Ball be spotted.
Things continue
2-yard
to
line.
go the wrong way.
1st down.
Yeah, we had the penalty there against the Lobos, and this will be an automatic 1st down. Another look at it.
So, Mark, that doesn't count as an incompletion when there's a penalty?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, Waltoff has completed 13 of 15 passes for 142 yards in this first half, 3 touchdown passes.
It's probably about a 150 quarterback rating, Mark. To me, this is the best he's looked all year.
3rd penalty on the Lobos. 1st down and goal here from about the 2-yard line. And here's a handoff. Morley charging his way in, is right on the goal line, and on 2nd effort, he scores. Hunter Morley, his 2nd score of the game and his 6th of the year, and the Bulldogs continue to add to the lead.
But there's a penalty, I think. He was disappointed for some reason. Yeah, there's a penalty.
Oh, maybe a penalty here.
During the play, we have holding.
Holding.
Number 64, offense. 10 yards, previous spot, play 1st down.
So Hunter knows how his little brother feels after they brought a touchdown back for his little brother.
Another look at it here,
run.
And you can see you saw the flag come in. And you saw Morley continue to fight there when he was short of the goal line. Continue to fight to get into the end zone.
And as soon as he turned, he realized there was a holding. I'll tell you what, if I was a linebacker, I would not want to go against Hunter Morley. He is a tough running back.
3 receivers to the left. 1 moves, and that'll be another 5 yards. And the Bulldogs
Full start. Number 9, offense. 5 yards, previous spot, play first down.
Bulldogs have 50 yards in penalties, 7 penalties tonight. And have had 2 touchdowns taken off the board, although one of them they did get back. Minute 44 to go here in the first half. Man goes in motion. Dogs have 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Morley in the backfield. Zwoltoff going to throw to Morley. Morley breaks the tackle at the 10 and dives to around the 5-yard line. And it'll bring second down and goal.
And there's an opportunity to see that Morley not only can run with the ball, but he's also a pretty good receiver. He's also a very good blocker, well-rounded running back.
About 8 yards on the pickup. And we're second and goal. They're going to hand this off. Morley in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and surges forward to about the 2-yard line. And bring up third down and goal.
Man, it looks like Morley's not going to get any yards, and all of a sudden, he gets you those extra 2 or 3 yards. Well, Mark, the Bulldogs still have Rio Grande City and Mission on their schedule, and they're going to be favored. But the last game of the year on November the 7th against Rowe, that should be a big game.
And we'll be in Rowe at a big game tonight. They're in Edinburgh taking on the Vela Sabercats.
I heard they were down 14-0.
25 seconds left in the first half here. Clock running, third and goal. Here's Morley. Morley hit in the backfield and is going to lose a yard. And Bulldogs might have to take a timeout here. And Morley able to get back to the 4-yard line. Is going to lose 2.
I think they'll probably go for a field goal, Mark. You want to give your field goal kicker an opportunity maybe, because you never know down the road how important a field goal can win you a ball game.
Yeah, timeout here by Mackay. They have 1 left. Up 42-0. And facing a 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Yeah, I agree with you, Mario. I think if it was a tight game, you might go for this here, the way your offense is playing. And with your team up by 6 touchdowns, you can try the field goal unit.
So how old is this stadium, Mark?
50 years.
50 years, and there's been a lot of great additions. The scoreboard, the press box. But something reminded me about when you don't have the elevator. Like, the elevator's not working today. 110 steps up here, Mark. 100 steps. I hope.
You got your steps in.
I got my steps in, but I hope the people that fix the elevator, they can get on it so next week we don't have to walk all the way up.
Here we see Coach Shelby. I like his sweater there. Fear the dog.
Well, the way they're playing today, Mark, the teams that are next, good luck.
They've got reason to sweat, I'm sure. And here's the extra point try. And this is, Costas, his first name is aptly named. He's Cash, because he's money.
He's money tonight.
7 for 7 now on his kicks. 6 of them extra points and 1 field goal.
So what's the halftime score, Mark? And let's warn everyone when you say it, you're not making a mistake.
22-yard field goal there, and our score 45-0 here. And that was the end of the half. And the Bulldogs with 24 points in the second quarter after 21 in the first, lead it 45-0 here at the break. And we'll have our marching bands on there. There's also going to be a special celebration of the Steppers director for Mackay, Miss Rachel Castillo Ruiz. All that coming up here at halftime. We'll see you on the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finest halftime show in the Rio Grande Valley. Often imitated and never duplicated, we are proud to introduce Joya Palmview Ruby. Resistance, double step. Local there. The field is yours. Palmview High School local band is under the direction of Director of Bands Jacob Banda, Abraham Sulani, and Adrian Joya. The local band would like to take the time to thank the entire La Joya ISD community, our Board of Trustees, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marciso, and Central ISD Administration, Principal of Palmview High School, Mrs. Lian Alanis Herrera, and Administration, our teachers and staff, and most importantly, our parents of our wonderful students here at Palmview High School. We look forward to seeing you at our next performance. Ball number.
Your attention, please. The parents of the Steppers dance team would like your attention for a special presentation for Steppers director Rachel Castillo Ruiz. Mrs. Castillo Ruiz, for 30 years, you have poured your heart out, your artistry, and your unwavering dedication into shaping not only incredible dancers, but extraordinary young women and men. Through countless rehearsals, performances, and competitions, you have built more than a dance team. You have built a family, a legacy, and a tradition of excellence that shines through McAllen and beyond. Your impact cannot be measured in trophies or routines, but in the confidence, discipline, and pride that you have instilled in generations of students. You have shown what it means to lead with passion, grace, and strength. The Stepper spirit, poised, fierce, and united, reflects the love, commitment, and vision that you have given year after year. Thank you for giving so much of yourself, for every late night, every pep talk, every costume sewn, and every moment you turn challenges into triumphs. You have left an indelible mark, not only on stage, but in the hearts of everyone fortunate enough to have danced under your direction. On behalf of the McAllen High School community and McAllen, the countless Steppers who called you director, and all who have witnessed your brilliance, we say thank you for 30 unforgettable years of inspiration, leadership, and love. With the deepest appreciation and admiration, your McAllen ISD family. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the McAllen High School is pleased to present Division 5A champions of the City of Palms Marching Festival. It's that Badland Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of Drum Major Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, and Esteban Garcia. Color Guard Student of the Week is Zedalik Orellana. Band Students of the Week are Juan Aguilar, Lincoln Rodriguez, and Nick Crispin. The Section of the Week is the Clarinet. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest of tonight's performance will follow the UIL script.
All right, pre-show.
The next band in Conference 5A is the McAllen High School Band. Their program is entitled Atlas, featuring Fireflies by Owl City, New World Symphony, Only Girl in the World, Planet Earth, and Strength of 1,000 Men. Drum majors Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, and Esteban Garcia, you may begin your performance for the UIL Region 15 Marching Band Contest. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Let's give it up one more time for the pride of McAllen. The McAllen Bulldog Band is under the field direction of Noel De La Cruz. The McAllen Band would also like to thank Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Renee Gutierrez, Director of Fine Arts, Miss Deborah Loya, McAllen Principal, Mrs. Stephanie Friedland, and our entire McAllen ISD Board of Trustees for the support they provide to music education in McAllen ISD. Thank you for all you do for the McAllen Band. The McAllen Band would also like to wish happy birthday to Celso Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, always and forever, we are McAllen.
So we're brought to you by Giancarlo Lawson. Here comes the McAllen Bulldogs.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. Here's our halftime stats, and you can see it's been all McAllen with a 45-0 lead. Look at the first down, 16-2. Favor of the Bulldogs. Rushing yards 138-18, passing yards 150, and 3 touchdown passes to 0 for the Lobos. And of course, total yards heavily favoring the Bulldogs. Penalties, Bulldogs hurt themselves a little bit with the penalties. Had 2 touchdowns called back, but they were still able to generate scores on those drives. Turnovers, 3 on the Lobos. And third downs, you can see that was relatively light for both teams in that first half. And it'll be the Lobos who get the ball to start this third quarter. Down by a lot of points. And what's got to be the mindset here for the Lobos at this point, Mario?
Well, the mindset has to be, forget about this game. Let's just build this. Let's play some positive football so we can go. They still have a chance for the playoffs. It's not over, but you want to start working on the future. Those stats, Mark, that you read are the most lopsided stats I have ever been part of in all the productions we've had here. It has been an incredible, dominant performance by the McAllen Bulldogs.
And the next game for La Joya Palmview is La Joya Juarez Lincoln. We'll talk more about that later. And there we see in the middle there, Miss Rachel Castillo Ruiz. Celebration at halftime, you may have seen it. 30 years she has been the director for the McAllen Steppers. And it's more than half the time that the Steppers have been even a thing. They were created back in 1972. And Rachel Castillo Ruiz was celebrated and honored at halftime for her 30 years of direction in charge of the Steppers.
Mark, and I'll be honest with you, I was from PSJ, and we had the Barrettes, and McAllen had the Steppers, and it was quite the competition. But they were both pretty good, I got to admit that.
Yeah, the Steppers have been a tradition here in McAllen ISD for more than 50 years now, and more than half that time under Rachel Castillo Ruiz, and we appreciate her support. One of the shining stars we have amongst all our educators here in McAllen ISD. We see Palmview unable to get much going there on the kickoff. They run it out to the 12-yard line. That was Ruben Bettis on the return.
And
they'll start the 17.
It's going to be also interesting to see how Coach Patrick Shelby handles the situation. I mean, you want to keep that momentum going into the next game. So, but he doesn't want to just continue to rip the poor Lobos apart. So maybe getting some first downs and let the clock run and give a lot of other kids an opportunity that maybe haven't been able to play, future players, and to build on your depth. So we'll see how both coaches play it out here in the second half.
Yeah, Bulldogs have scored 63 points over their last 3 quarters. The fourth quarter against Memorial last week, and the first 2 quarters of this game. Actually, my math a little bit off. 66 points in 3+ quarters. And it's just amazing.
And I will tell you, when they had the momentum last week against Memorial Mustangs, when they started to get their flow back, and I mean, I thought they were going to tie the game at the end. I mean, they were really on a roll, and then they had that fumble. So if they don't have those 5 turnovers, it would have been interesting. Those 5 turnovers against Vela, that would have been also an interesting ball game.
And here on 2nd down and 6, they'll hand this off, pick up about 3 yards, and it'll bring up 3rd down. See, the ball carrier looks like it's Ramirez, Aiden Ramirez.
Aiden Ramirez, I remember last year had a great game here. I think he's their leading rusher. He's a real good running back, but just nothing has worked for them today or tonight. How about that kid right there with a lot of spirit?
Still got the spirit going. And here on 3rd down, a handoff and gets back to the line of scrimmage there. And the handoff to Villanueva. Oliver Schwartz on the tackle again. One of the captains for Mackay.
And at the rate that Oliver's going, Mark, you know he's going to finish with total tackles of 100 this year. That is just an incredible amount of total tackles.
Yeah, he's averaging over 10 tackles a game. He should easily surpass 100 at the rate he's going. 4th down and 3. Palmview lined up in a punt formation. Had one blocked in the first half, and here Mackay putting on the rush again. And so take a little bit of a Mackay bounce and be killed at the 41-yard line. So once again, it'll be a short field for the Mackay Bulldogs as they defense presents another 3 and out, and the offense is going to take over in Palmview territory at about the 41.
And with these fantastic stats here tonight, it makes up for last week where they gave up a lot of yardage, the Mackay defense, but it's going to get them back into being one of the top 3 defenses in the district.
Yeah, so far they've held Palmview to 24 yards of offense. Just 2 first downs. And here's Mackay offense. Trips to the left side. They're going to run right. This is Morley. Had a big first half. Picks up a first down here. And is all the way inside the 25. Helmet comes off at the end. A flag comes in. And if they pulled his helmet off, he won't have to come off the field for a play. We'll see what happens.
And unfortunately, sometimes that's the only way you can bring Morley down.
Yeah, it looks like Morley is coming off for that one play. We'll see what the flag is about.
After the play, personal foul, face mask, number 7 on the distance, on the defense, has the distance, first down.
That's going to be against Palmview for a face mask. Maybe we'll see it here on the replay.
Nice
camera.
camera.
Very clearly, and in fact, that's why his helmet came off.
And I got to give Hunter Morley, give him credit. I mean, he did not get that upset, but he did let the defender know that he did not appreciate that.
Yeah, gave him a look there and maintained his composure. So instead of it being an offsetting penalties, if he retaliates, they pick up 15 yards from the 30 all the way to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. They fake it to Morley, and here's Woltoff running to his right. It picks up good yardage inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play.
Of course, the last 2 times Morley did that, and he did the fakes. He ended up scoring. But the big deal is when you have a good running back behind you, he gets a lot of attention. So any fakes really gets the defense on their toes.
Got an official's timeout right now with 8:59 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, here's some video here from before the game was played. The 2 people in black are from the EMS crew, which we have at every game. And they're just having a discussion with the officials and everything just to go over protocols and everything. I see the assistant athletic director, Miss Lorena Lopez, is in there. The Mackay principal, Mrs. Friedland, over there on the 4 o'clock position. And this is something that happens before every game that the public maybe doesn't know much about, but they have go over all those medical protocols.
That's great stuff behind the scenes, Mark, to ensure the safety of all the players. So 2nd down and 4 here for the Bulldogs.
Clock running at 8:45 to go in the third. Garcia in motion. The lineup next to Jones on the right. Morley in the backfield. Waltop being rushed. Loses the football and picked up by Palmview. And racing this back, that's going to be Leonidas Chapa. Being chased by Morley. And Chapa caught, but not before he got all the way down to about the Mackay 25-yard line. And the first big play tonight for the Palmview Lobos.
And the first bad play for the Bulldogs today, besides the penalties. But could be a flag out there because...
yeah, the official's going to talk this over. I don't see a flag anywhere.
I don't either. But give credit to Hunter Morley. He did not want to give up the touchdown. He hustled. There's a flag.
There we see the official standing virtually on top of it, the line judge.
During the fumble return, you have block in the back. Palmview Lobos, 10 yards, part of the foul. First down.
So it's a Bulldogs penalty. It was way down at the Bulldog 31-yard line, so at the end of the run. And the penalty will be tacked on. Another look at it. As the first miscue we've seen tonight. And player just came from out of nowhere, unblocked. And then the ball picked up by Chapa, the linebacker. And look at Hunter Morley chase him all the way down about 50 yards. Not wanting to give up the shutout.
And that sometimes happens, Mark, when you relax. Of course, you're 45-0. You have a tendency to relax.
And here's handoff on first down from the 41-yard line.
But the
penalty may have been against Palmview. Actually, they signaled against Mackay, but they moved it 10 yards against Palmview.
But the Bulldog defense doesn't seem like they're going to relax. They have been playing lights out tonight. I think the coaches probably talked to them a lot about all the yardage they gave against the Mustangs, and they came back today playing solid defense.
It's a 2-yard gain on that last play. Here's another T formation. They're going to give this to one of the running backs, running left side, and a short gain there for Joshua Villarreal. As he crosses the 20, or crosses the 35 to about the 33. Gain of 6. That'll bring up third down. Mackay cheerleaders had plenty to cheer about tonight.
Mark, how do we get all these cameras all over the place?
It's an all-day setup by our crew. I'd love to bring you all these different angles to enhance the experience here of watching McAllen ISD football. And here on third down and 1, handoff to Aiden Ramirez. And Ramirez able to pull his way forward for a first down.
That's Aiden Ramirez. That's what he does. He gets you those tough yards. They've been hard to come by tonight. But Mark, this tells you, I mean, this is a good defense. This tells you how powerful the McAllen Memorial offensive line is. I mean, when they were able to control the line of scrimmage against the Bulldog defensive line.
First and 10 at the Mackay 29. Martinez hit as he throws, and this is caught at the 15. Caught at the 15. It'll be a first down here for the Lobos, and they've got inside the 20. They're in the red zone for the first time tonight. It's a good catch there by Kevin Solis, and you see the tight end able to out-jump the defender here.
He just wanted it a little bit more, and that's good that the effort is still there. I mean, you look at the clock, at the score, 45-0, and you know Coach Margarito Requenes was not going to allow his team just not to come out and keep fighting hard.
First completed pass tonight for Palmview as they hand this off. Picking up about 2 yards there is Darian Gonzalez with his first carry. Yep. Faithful fans there in the crowd tonight for Palmview.
I bet you that person is excited, Mark, that the person came out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, usually people stop what they're doing when they see they're on the scoreboard. I'm glad they kept going. Here's 2nd and goal as a run straight ahead. And I believe they have a new quarterback in there. That's Edgar Villapando.
Everybody was expecting a handoff and a nice little surprise quarterback keeper. That means you have a pretty good center. Now the regular quarterback is back in the game, Joseph Martinez.
And it's 3rd down and goal. They're 2 for 5 on 3rd down. Full house backfield behind Martinez. Bulldogs crowding that area, and they're going to put a stop here. No yards gained there for Martinez.
The Bulldog defense read the play all the way, led by who else? Cash Frisbee.
Yeah, the Mackay defensive lines had a big night. And we're under 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter now. And we've got a possibly a timeout called, or there's a penalty actually. And depending on what the penalty is, it could be 4th and goal. There may have been some, a little bit after the play, there was some pushing and shoving, and the officials may be talking that over to see if there needs to be a penalty on somebody, or
And
even
Mark,
possibly an ejection.
Even though you see 2 officials right there talking to each other, they all could be talking to each other because they all have headsets. So they all communicate with each other, give each other feedback.
Here's another look at that last play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 17 on the defense.
See, there
Has the
was a
distance.
shove. There we
Automatic.
go.
First
And there
down.
was a flag thrown.
I think
And
that's
it was
a good flag,
one of the
Mark.
Mackay players shoving a Palmview player after the whistle.
I think that's a good flag, Mark. I mean, this game, the outcome is pretty much determined. You don't want any extracurricular activity to happen, so you throw the flags to get control. And because of that penalty now, the Lobos are 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, automatic 1st down. And here lining up for the tush push, and that's Martinez, not going to go anywhere. Made famous by the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL. And that gets back to the line of scrimmage. Will be 2nd and goal.
Where is Jalen Hurts, right? What, is that his name?
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
You know, I always thought that wasn't fair, Mark. Of course, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Offsides. Defense. Ball spot has the distance. Replay
I didn't
first
think
down.
it was fair because the Eagles took advantage of it. But if it would have been the Cowboys, I would have said, "Hey, yes, that's great call."
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that if they thought of it first. And here's where they say,
Good
there was a
call.
offside call.
Good call by the officials on
It's
that
a
one.
Bulldog player. Kind of a shame, too, because that didn't really impact the result of the play. Now, here's 1st and goal again because of the penalty. They run it, come up short. And it's 2nd and goal inside the 1.
The defensive line for the Bulldogs with another good stand.
Okay, here's the play that we got to late. You can see there. Tried another quarterback sneak.
Offsides. Number defense.
Offsides
48.
again against the
Has the
Bulldogs.
distance.
Trying to
First down.
anticipate that snap count. And a couple of players have gotten their helmets.
So what, the ball is now at the 3-inch line maybe?
Yeah, now it's another half the distance. Still 1st and goal, and they run the quarterback sneak. Martinez does not get in. And indeed, looks like he lost yardage back to the 1.
So it goes from the 6-yard line, no, the 6-inch, yard line to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, lost a couple of feet there.
That's an indication of how tough the Mackay Bulldog defense has been today. Defensive coordinator Frank France calling a great ball game.
And there it is again. And who is it? Schwartz is getting in there. The 2 Frisbee brothers both getting in through there. And Brian Bettis, the linebacker, is getting through.
Can you imagine everything that's happening in there?
Here they go. Probably going a quick count here. 2nd down and goal. Unbalanced line to the right. They lose the football. Recovered by the Lobos. And the Bulldogs get another stop. It'll be 3rd and goal. Wow, what a monumental goal stand this would be. And 2 penalties inside the 1-yard line.
They tried something different, but the quarterback had problems with the snap, and luckily, who recovered that fumble?
Yeah, I believe that was Ramirez who recovered the loose ball and kept this drive alive for the Lobos. They're just trying to get on the scoreboard here in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. And that guy's sensing victory here. It's actually outside the 1. Another quick count, 3rd and goal. Ball comes loose again. It's loose on the ground and picked up by the Lobos again. Almost recovering it was Alex Corpus, the defensive back. Number 3 there.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
And it's 4th and goal.
The Lobos is just not their night.
Let's see if they go for this on 4th down. I'm sure they will. So you see the loose ball that time recovered by Villanueva. Lobos go for this here. Now this is, you can't quarterback sneak from here. This is 4th and goal at the 4. Got to run a conventional play here. Full house backfield. They're going to toss this right. Trying to cut inside, and they slam the door. The Bulldogs come up with a huge goal line stand here in the third quarter.
Frisbee, frisbee, frisbee.
That's a defensive stance that they'll talk about for ages. 3 times the Lobos had the ball 1st and goal inside the 1. They ran 3 plays.
The ball wasn't like at the 6-inch yard line. That's how you say it, or at the 6-inch.
Yeah, about 6 inches from the goal line. But they could not get in. And a massive defensive stand there for the Bulldogs.
A lot of happy Bulldog fans. The drum line having a great time.
And a stoppage here as there was some movement. By my count, La Jolla ran 6 plays inside the 10-yard line.
They did because of the penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 of the plays, technically don't count as a play, but 6 opportunities
Offside.
they had.
Number
Offside
25
against
on the
La Jolla Palmview.
5 yards, play 1st down.
It'll stay 1st down, 1st and 5 now. Six plays inside the 8-yard line.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can get themselves a couple of 1st downs and keep that clock running.
Yeah, just over 2 minutes to go in the third. Neither team has scored here in this quarter. And Bulldogs with a 1st and 5, going to try to run this outside to Morley. He's in trouble. And the Lobos all over that one. They'll lose some yardage there. It'll go back to probably 2nd and 10.
Actually, Morley did a good job of not losing yardage.
See, Morley was being chased by Dylan Sepulveda. Eventually chased out of bounds.
They were ready for that one.
Loss of 3 on the play. And there they go on 2nd and 6. Waltoff to throw this. And this is caught for a 1st down by Jones. Covering him closely on the play was Aziel Moreno, a senior defensive back.
And with a lead of 45-0, the clock continues to run. But, Mark, one of the things is that you got to continue to work your offense. Continue to work your plays. This is nothing about rubbing in the score or anything. It's just, you just got to, you don't have that many opportunities to practice plays.
Just over a minute to go in the third. 1st and 10. Morley picked up a block there from his teammate, Andrew Saldana, one of the 2 sophomores starting on the offensive line. Held to a short gain. That brings 2nd down and 9.
Saldana's limping a little bit, but I guarantee you he will not get out of the game. Nice flag right there, Mark.
See Mackay waving their flag. And look at the flag waving on the other side. So we've got another competition going on here with the flag waving in the stands.
Penalty.
As play continues here, free play maybe for Mackay. Incomplete pass intended for Garcia. Garcia came in with came in with 5 catches for 65 yards.
Offside. On the defense, number 40. 5 yards, still second out.
So it's offside against the defense. You see Jones standing there in front of the referee. Another look at it. $54 yards in penalties on the Lobos. There have been 53 yards in penalties on Mackay. And here's a 2nd down and 4 now for the Bulldogs. Woltoff's pass completed to Jones. Are trying for the screen there, but the Lobos read it well. They got in there on the tackle. First man there was Max Solis. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. No score by either team in that 3rd frame, but Mackay with their 45-point lead will continue with that lead into the 4th quarter and the offense in control. We'll be back for the 4th here on McAllen Football Night in McAllen ISD.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
45-0 our scores. We start the 4th quarter here on Football Night in McAllen ISD. And the Bulldogs with the ball, trying to get out of their own end of the field. They're at the 21-yard line, facing a 3rd and 6 right now. They're 3 for 4 on 3rd downs this evening. And there's possibly another offside. And I think they blew the play dead because they'll do that if a defensive player has what they call an unobstructed run toward the quarterback in order to prevent a possible injury. So they'll blow it dead.
First snap. Offside. Number 90. Defense. 5 yards. Play 3rd down.
So that's a 5-yard penalty, but it won't be a first down. But it will be 3rd down and 1.
Probably Morley time.
Could be. And Palmview may be offside again as Woltoff thinks he has a free play. He's going to throw this deep, intended for Jones, and incomplete. Coverage on the play by Hector Gonzalez. But I think there was a penalty flag down. Yeah, Woltoff knew he had a free play.
And why not
Offside.
take it?
Number 5 on the defense. 5 yards. Play 1st down.
And that will be an automatic first down, because it was 3rd down and 1. And Palmview, which had 3 penalties in the first half, has committed 5 here in the second half. Here's a pass on 1st down. This is Garcia. Trying to get that first down, a spin move. Holding on to the football there, and gets up to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 10.
He did a good job of hanging on to the ball because the defender was trying to take it away.
They have an official's timeout at the moment. And also it was enough for a first down. So 20 first downs now here in this game for Mackay. We're going to take a break with an official's timeout. We're in the 4th quarter, and it's Mackay 45, Lobos nothing. We'll be back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
45-0 our score, 11:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Still have an officials timeout. We'll show you the schedules for the two teams here in just a moment. Both teams have 3 games left in the regular season, still fighting and clawing for the playoff spots. Bulldogs' remaining schedule, we talked about this earlier, Mario. They'll be on the road next week at Rio Grande City, but then they're at home for their last 2 games against the Mission Eagles and the Nicky Rowe Warriors. They'll technically be the visitor for the Warriors game, but they will be here in this stadium. And then the Lobos' remaining schedule, they've got La Joya Juarez Lincoln, which is winless, coming up next week. That'll be at La Joya ISD Stadium. Then they go to Edinburgh Bella, take on the Sabre Cats, and then they finish up on November 7th against the Memorial Mustangs, and that game will be played in La Joya.
Definitely a more difficult schedule.
Yeah, and here's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, and a pass intended for Garcia is incomplete. Yeah, I think it may have been broken up there by Gael Costa.
I think they had a penalty mark. No?
Another look at it there.
I thought they stopped playing. Lately, there's been a lot of penalties.
Yeah, teams have combined for 17 penalties here tonight. And here's 2nd down and 10. It was ruled an incomplete pass. And here's a draw play to Morley. Morley able to slip past the line of scrimmage, break a tackle, and get up to about the 45-yard line. The gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Bulldogs 3 for 5 on 3rd downs. So he was held back by a couple of Lobos, including Gael Acosta once more.
Look for a quick pass.
So 3rd down and 6 from the Bulldog 45. Lobos, they're going to rush 4 here. Waltoff, his throw incomplete. Looked like Henderson was open there in the seam of the zone, but it falls short. It'll bring up 4th down.
And a rare throw that was not on the money by Woltoff.
The Bulldogs will have to do something they haven't done all night, Mario.
Yeah.
They're going to punt the football.
And that's how hard it is to, you're up 45-0. It's hard to keep that adrenaline going.
Schwartz to punt the football. Back to receive is Isiel Moreno. They have a stoppage.
Make it penalty number 18.
4th snap. Full start. Number 11 on the offense. 5 yards. Play 4th down.
That's now 10 penalties on Mackay. They move back 5 yards. And so the return man, Moreno, moves up 5 yards to his own 25. And here comes the punt right to him. Bounces right near him. He gets away from it now, and it's going to take a huge Bulldog roll. A huge Bulldog roll inside the 5. Still rolling to about the 3-yard line. And that's where the Lobos will have to set up.
We got some more flags, Mark, a little bit of extracurricular activity. As you can see, Coach Shelby and the rest of the staff making sure that things settle down. Probably out unsportsmanlike penalty maybe by both teams.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, penalties offset.
Well, the good thing is to grab the attention of the players and settle them down. We didn't see it on the camera mark or here on our screen, but the McAllen coaching staff quickly, they're allowed on the field to prevent anything from really escalating between the players, which is a good rule.
Yeah, it was occurring about 30 yards away from where the punt was killed. See right there at the 3-yard line. Just moments ago, in the late third quarter, Palmview was in the same area. It could not get it into the end zone after getting the ball on a fumble recovery. About a 50-yard run there by the linebacker Chapa on the fumble return, and Morley ended up saving a touchdown in the end, didn't he?
He did.
See some backup players in there now for the Bulldogs on defense. Here on first down, they're going to run this straight ahead up to about the 5-yard line. Gain of about 2 there. The clock will run now, under 10 minutes to go. There we see the Rubies dance team there on your left and the members of the Palmview Lobo Band on the right.
There was a pretty nice performance at halftime.
Yeah, the Rubies, they were something else. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And I wish good luck to the band there in Pigskin tomorrow, as well as the McAllen ISD teams. Pigskin Jubilee here in this stadium tomorrow. Starts at 7 o'clock in the evening. First band, I think, is Valley View. There's a handoff there to Darian Gonzalez. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and will bring third down now here for the Lobos.
And another good play by the Bulldog defense. They seem to be like one step ahead on every play on this Lobos offense.
Got a new quarterback coming in, Edgar Villapando. We saw him briefly in the third quarter. And we'll see how long he stays out there this time. So 3rd down and 7, and a fumbled snap, but he picks it up, and Pondo's going to get tackled. Villapando tackled right at the goal line. We'll see if they call this a safety or not. There's no signal yet. They're signaling 4th down. So he's tackled right about the 1-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, the reason it's not, as we take a look at the replay, it's not a safety, is because that's where they grabbed him and they threw him back.
Yeah, that was a good call there. The tackle on the play was Damian Garcia, junior linebacker. And yeah, they give the runner the forward progress, which was the 1-yard line. Now they have to punt with less than 15 yards of clearance. Elijah Schwartz standing at his own 40-yard line. Here they quickly get this punt off. And Schwartz won't have a chance for a return. Ball goes out of play. I think the McAllen rush on the punt there, especially in view of the fact that they blocked the punt back in the first quarter, has caused the Lobos to hurry up their kicks whenever they have that situation.
Fear the dog, Mark.
Yep. There's been a lot to fear tonight.
And those teams they've
been playing big.
Those teams are on their Bulldog schedule. They better be ready. If they play like they did in the first half, they can be as good as any team in the district.
Yeah, Bulldog's a small dog. They've been playing like a basset hound here tonight. Man goes in motion, and they're going to hand him the ball. That's Santos trying to turn the corner all the way to the 19.
And here's where Coach Shelby is going to give backups a playing opportunity.
Have a new quarterback in there too, I believe. So Waltoff's night is done. He completed 17 of 21 passes with 3 touchdown passes and 169 yards. That puts him close to 1,400 yards passing for the year. And you see the quarterback in there is Luke Laurel, a sophomore. He's going to pass for the first time, and this is caught inside the 20 up to about the 17. Fighting his way forward was Joaquin Alvarez. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Good job of not fumbling the ball.
Bulldogs are 3 for 6 on third down. Clock running at 6.5 minutes to go. And Laurel back to throw out of the gun, has time. Going to launch toward the end zone, and this is intercepted in the end zone. And will come up to the 20 for the Lobos. And a great intercept there by Javier Espinosa, senior defensive back. Second turnover on the Bulldogs here tonight. And the Lobos will start at the 20. 6:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3 turnovers on each team now. See the Rubies and the Lobo Mighty Marching Band. And there's a lateral over to the left side, run here. It's going to be a first down here for the Lobos. Picking that up was Emiliano Solis with his first catch tonight from quarterback Villapando. And they get the ball all the way up to, looks like the 34, a gain of 14.
There are a bunch of backups now getting some playing time on defense for the Bulldogs.
Long pass here and incomplete. Intended for Palmview's Julio Guerra. Trotting back there and bring up third down. It's another look at it. With coverage on the play was Santiago Izaguirre. Second down and 10 now for the Lobos. Handoff. This picks up about 3. That's going to be the first carry tonight for Alexis Salazar. Going to bring up third down. Lobos are 2 for 8 on third down. Two men in the backfield. You have a pro set there. It's a handoff. Big hole here and a first down. On third down and 7, they pick up 12. Nice run by Salazar. And the Lobos will move the chains.
Nice open hole to the left side. Nice hard run by Salazar. He actually ran over the Bulldog defender.
Clock running under 5 minutes to go now. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts, but probably neither will use them. And here on first down is a catch over on the right side, running ahead up to the 49 there is Solis. Gain of 3.
A score of interest in the district. The Sabercats, Vela, continues to lead the Row Warriors 13-0 in the fourth quarter.
A tackle in the play by Mackay. There's Christopher Landeros, senior defensive back. That's second and 7. Another new player who's in there is defensive tackle Eric Garcia. And here's a sweep to the left, going to cut this up the middle. And some room there for the running back, Darian Gonzalez. Going to bring up third down. Back to the 47 in Mackay territory, gain of 4. Another look at it here. A couple Bulldogs in there on the tackle, Osvaldo Ramirez and also Robert Viguez. Third down and 3 here. And a handoff straight up the middle. A little bit of misdirection and a first down there picked up on good second effort by Joshua Villarreal. And 2 straight third down conversions on this drive for the Lobos.
He keeps the clock running. The next play will be run under 3 minutes. Pretty much the question of the night is going to be if the Lobos can put some points on the board, or are the Bulldogs going to pitch a shutout?
Quarterback is Villapondo, going to hand this off again. It looks like Salazar. And it's going to be a short game, bring up second down. Clock will continue running. Be under 2:30 by the time they get the next play off. Take a look at our next games for these two teams, who they'll be playing next week. Here's our next webcast. That'll be next Thursday, McAllen Memorial against Edinburgh Bella, and that should be probably the game of the week here in the Valley. As a pass here on 2nd and 7 is complete, short of the first down, and it'll bring up third down. There's a catch there by Solis.
On the next game, Mark, can determine the Vela Sabercats and the McAllen Memorial Mustangs can determine the district championship.
Two-minute timeout.
Lobos are 4 for 10 on third downs, and they've got a timeout called here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. So a timeout called by the officials. 45-0 our score. We're going to have the fan cam now. A lot of fans here tonight. Hasn't been any scoring in the second half. Bulldogs led 45-0 at halftime. 21 points in the first quarter, 24 in the second. Did not score in the third, and so far no scoring here in the fourth with 2 minutes to go. And there's the Mackay Band. And I want to wish them good luck at the Pigskin Band Jubilee, which is going to be tomorrow. They'll be performing at 8:45 p.m. I think Nikki Rowe performs at 8:15.
Do they charge for that event, Mark?
They do.
They do.
Yeah. The tickets are inexpensive. Memorial will play at 7:30. There's the Steppers. Steppers honoring their 30-year director tonight for all her service. There's the ROTC. A lot of kids, a lot of programs for kids to be involved in, and a lot of them showcased here at the stadium. 2 minutes to go. Third down and 3 here for the Lobos. And that might have been a possible pass they might have been looking to set up there, but not much going on for the runner, Gonzalez. And Mackay gets the stuff.
The Bulldogs, they sent in, and oh man, all the linebackers came in on that one, Mark. Blitz time. And they're probably going to do it again in this play.
Yeah, loss of 4 yards there. And it'll bring up 4th and 7 now for the Lobos, who I imagine will go for it here during the last 90 seconds. Oliver Schwartz in there on the tackle, along with Pablo De La Rosa. Those have been 2 of the mainstays on defense tonight. Schwartz probably with 10-plus tackles, and De La Rosa with a defensive touchdown.
There they come.
And there's a fumbled snap on 4th down. Bulldogs jump in there, and no matter who recovered the ball, it's still going to be Bulldog ball here with 1:09 to go, and that should do it.
And the Bulldog, they get their shutout that they were looking for. What a great performance. Overall team effort. Everything worked out for the Bulldogs tonight. The offense was great. The defense was great. Special teams was great. And they definitely look like a playoff team tonight.
Yeah, they also will hold the Lobos under 100 yards of offense. 97 total yards right now for the Lobos, after they had -4 and -3 on those last 2 plays. Bulldogs with the ball at the 40. They'll just need to run about 2 plays here. And handoff right up the middle. And a good run up 6 yards there for the running back. And that's a new running back, Alfredo De Leon, sophomore. And here go the Bulldogs on 2nd down and 4 now. They'll hand this off. Another run up the middle. 1st down and more. Still going. Turning on the afterburners. Oh, this could be a huge run here. That's DeLeon for the touchdown. Just trying to run out the clock, and DeLeon takes it 54 yards for the touchdown. And the Bulldogs break their scoring drought here in the second half and go up 51-0. I believe the first touchdown of the year for Alfredo DeLeon. It also puts the Bulldogs over 200 yards rushing here tonight. Here's Costas, the extra point try, as up and good. And he's now 7 for 7 on his extra points. Also made a 22-yard field goal. 54-yard run, the longest play from scrimmage tonight for the Bulldogs. Here's another look at it here. And there's DeLeon, sophomore. And look at that hold. Doesn't get touched by anybody except maybe right there, the little stiff arm. And just turned on the speed and took it the distance. 54 yards for the touchdown, and it's 52-0 in favor of Mac High.
We'd like to wish the Bulldog Band good luck tomorrow at kicking in, and also the Lobo Band good luck tomorrow at the kicking in.
You're the PA announcer wishing the two respective bands good luck tomorrow at the Pigskin Band Jubilee. That'll be right here at this stadium beginning at 7 p.m. There's roughly about 15 or 20 bands that perform from across the Upper Valley. They also have a Pigskin Jubilee event for the Lower Valley schools. Back to receive is Ruben Perez. Also back there to receive Osbel Flores. .22 seconds left in the game.
Timeout. Mac High.
Costas has been perfect tonight in his kicking duties. 7 for 7 on his extra points, and had also made a short field goal attempt. This will actually be 1 point shy of the Bulldogs' season high this year. Season high was 53 in a 53-10 win over PSJA Memorial, but it is the biggest win in terms of the point differential. They beat PSJA Memorial by 43. They're going to win here tonight by 52.
And on Friday, the Warriors will play host to the Michigan Eagles here at the South Veteran Memorial Stadium. Kickoff 7:30.
So probably just the kickoff and one more play will put this in the books. Mac High is going to improve to 4-3, has stopped their 2-game losing streak, and they'll be 2-2 in district play. And for Palmview, they'll snap their 2-game win streak, and they'll be 5-2 overall, 2-2 in the district. Here's a return. Across the 20-yard line and up to about the 22 is Flores. So it might be about one more play. That should put this one in the books. And Mac High could not have played a more perfect game. Winning 52-0, 7 touchdowns, and also they had the one field goal attempt. And just everything they did turned into gold here tonight. Almost a King Midas unit that they had. And you see the cheerleaders. And yep, 52-0 our score. And Mac High ready to improve to 4-3 on the year. And they'll have a tough game next week as they take on Rio Grande City on the road. There's our crew. Our crew doing a masterful job tonight. If they gave points to Cruz, I think our crew would have won 52-0 also. They've done a stellar job. We've got a timeout on the field right now. We'll keep it here. 2 timeouts for each team remaining. Not sure what the timeout is about. They could really just run one more play, and we'll be done. Quarterback is Villapondo. You saw our next webcast will be next Thursday, so we'll have 2 games for you next week. On Thursday, it'll be McAllen Memorial taking on Edinburgh Vela, and that could be a game that could decide the district titles. Both those teams are on the inside track for the District 16 5A Division I title. And then on Friday night, a week from tonight, on October 24th, it'll be the Nicky Rowe Warriors at home up against the Mission Eagles. And that should be a pretty high-scoring affair as well. So McAllen in a prevent defense, and La Joya fumbles the snap, and their quarterback, I guess, essentially sacked, although he took a knee there. Getting credit for the sack would be Eric Garcia for McAllen, and that'll do it. And that'll do it. Our final score, 52-0 in favor of McAllen. The touchdowns tonight by Cinco Jones, Ben Henderson, Hunter Morley, who all caught touchdown passes from McCoy Waltoff. Waltoff also running for 2 scores at 25 yards and 42 yards. He had DeLeon, the backup. He had a 54-yard run for a touchdown. And then the defense scored one with Pablo De La Rosa picking up a punt that had been blocked by Riley Owsley and going into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Bulldogs get scoring all over the place here tonight and win big to improve to 4-3 this year and 2-2 in the district race. And hope you enjoyed it. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and the rest of our MITV crew saying so long from DQ Fan Field, where the Bulldogs triumph and improve to 4-3. Good night from DQ Fan Field.